Are you wanting to find a water drainage solution for your basement and you're wondering maybe what type of drainage solution, how does the drainage solution work, or maybe even how much it's going to cost? In this video, we'll talk about the different types of drainage, whether you need the drainage, and how much water drainage costs to have done in your basement. I'm Nolan with AccuLevel. In this video, we're going to talk about what basement drainage is, why you need it, when you may need it, how much does it cost, and how does it get installed. If you decide that the basement drainage is the right solution for you, hang around till the end and we'll give you the next steps to move this project forward. So you may be asking yourself, how do I know if I need basement water drainage? The big thing and the real easy and obvious answer to that is there water on your basement floor, or are you getting water seepage around the exterior of your walls? You also want to pay attention to even your walls, especially if there's a concrete block. What you'll see is maybe there's been paint over the years. Some of that paint start to bubbling. That's a big indicator that your blocks or your concrete behind that paint is holding moisture. That is a sign of maybe future water intrusion, and that may be a sign that, hey, maybe I take the next step to get this looked at and see if drainage is the right option for me. What drainage system is right for me? This is a question we hear all the time. There's two big drainage options when it comes to your basement. It's very common, interior or exterior. Here at AccuLevel, we're very partial for interior. And the reason that is it's less expensive. You don't have to tear up your whole outside, taking out sidewalks, taking out porches, things like that. You get to preserve your landscaping on the outside by doing it inside. It's cheaper, like I said, and the other part is if there is a problem, and hopefully there's not, but it's much more serviceable versus having to dig up your whole outside, that kind of stuff. The additional point on that too is we're able to give a life of the structure warranty when we do interior water drainage, pretty much saying as long as your house is standing, that we guarantee the system that we install to always work, to always run water, never clog, that sort of thing. On the outside, there's usually a drainage that was installed when your home was built. You see those last about maybe 20, 25 years before they start to fail. So we just feel, why put something back in that's already failed? Maybe try something new that can be backed up with a warranty that's going to cover at least while you're at the home. And like I said, life of the structure being tied to the actual structure on how long it lasts, it'll probably outlive you as far as the warranty goes. And the other part of that too is when you're able to do it inside versus trying to reseal any joint that's been broken due to the water, you're controlling the water that comes in. So you're not keeping the water from coming in, but you're taking it and putting it underneath the subfloor, getting that to a sump pump in a pit, and ejecting that water from there. So instead of fighting against Mother Nature to keep the water from coming in, you're just controlling it and routing it where you want it to go once it does come in. And we just find a lot more success with that. We've installed thousands of these systems over the last 20, 25 years in homes all over the state and the neighboring states. And so it's just a system we feel very, very confident in and feel like it's going to be the best system for most homes for a long, long period of time. The next question that we get a lot is, how much does water drainage cost? You're in your mind, you may be thinking there's excavators, there's jackhammers, this is going to get crazy, right? We do the best we can when we're putting in drainage, especially when we're doing the interior. With all our jackhammers, it's tied to shop vacs, but we're keeping that mess. And then there's doing that is you're keeping the construction site to minimal, therefore keeping your cost to as minimal as possible as well. So when you're talking about inside drainage, you're usually looking at about $40 to $60 per foot, and that's per linear foot around your basement. And then you're adding about $1,000 to $1,500 on for a new sump pump, depending on what your situation is there. So when you're doing interior drainage, your most common, probably the average range anywhere from about $5,000 to $10,000 for interior drainage. Depending again on whether you do the sump pumps, what do you do to your walls, that sort of stuff as well. Now when you get to exterior drainage, it is something that AccuLevel offers. It's something we try to stay away from. It gets much, much more expensive. When you do the outside, if you're doing a full basement, say that you're averaging probably 150, 160 linear foot, you're going to be anywhere from about $30,000 to $40,000 range. And with AccuLevel, that doesn't even come with a warranty. So like I said, we really try to do inside just for the longer warranty. It's a lot cheaper, a lot less disruption, but hopefully that gives you a good idea on the price points that you could be looking at if you're wanting to do your full perimeter. The other options as well is if you're only seeing a problem in one wall or two walls, the drainage system is adaptable to be able to service just those two or three walls. To learn more about both interior and exterior drainage, please feel free to check out our blog post talking more about the differences of these two systems. I hope this answered all your questions you may have on this topic, and thank you again for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe.